Hello family, it's Okra again, and today I am coming to you from Osofomaame Grace Amponsah, known as Grace's house. Today she is going to prepare us one of her signature's favorite food, known by everybody in the church, and is Diehuo or Tuo Zaafi. So stay tuned. These are the ingredients that we will need: cow feet, goat and cow skin, tripe, herring fish known as Amane, jute leaf or Molokhia leaf known as Ayoyo, which is also slimy as okra. Also, if you are somebody who does not like okra, you can also just cook the Ayoyo for your okra sauce. Cook the goat and the tripe in one pot, and cook the cow feet and the cow skin in one pot. Cow skin and the cow feet takes a little longer to cook depending on how soft you want it. Add your preferred seasoning or stock powder and garlic powder to your meat.
Garlic salt. You said down for salt in because of the seasoning.
So a little bit of garlic salt. Because we haven't added salt to it yet. And then we're going to do the same thing for this cow's feet. Go ahead and clean your mackerel fish anyhow you want it, and also cut it in any size that you want. And then go ahead and you can season it with your seasoning cube or your stock powder, or you can also chop some garlic and ginger and onion and add it to that. Let's move on to the okra. My mother is going to show you how to easily cut your okra. I know this is a tough one for most of us. It takes time. You go it one by one, but if you look at what my mother is doing, she laid them down and she uses all her finger to basically support and then cut it, and it doesn't take time. It's so easy to do and it's quick to do. Now she went ahead and added water to the okra to the same level as the okra, and the tip is, if you want a slimy okra, you can add baking soda. So she used a pinch to half of teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, pulse, 2 pulse, 3 pulse, and then she's done. Do not pure blend, but pulse your okra.
Oh yeah, Diehuo ni dia ni nkuma no, mane ni dem. Ese onu no,
On se shwese de tite.
okay.
Moving on to the dry smoked herring, which is also known as Amane. Clean that dry herring known as Amane and then cook it on the fire with your locust beans, which is called Dawadawa.
Dawadawa. What does it do? It didn't hear my Diehuo.
It just gives it a nice taste.
That's okay. The flavor or taste.
And ahodin susu
Ahodin, okay.
Enti se wo de dawadawa yi egu nkruma nu ma na asesa utimenu dawadawa yi ene nsesa awa no first.
Okay. Odi boma no
one. Wonfa momu ni nkruma ne no nti nka menya de a menua we no first a ansa na ma blending nkruma na gum.
Okay.
Na we na ben se ambin a ebe ma nkwa na nyinya ntem.
Oh, interesting. See, Dawadawa no, if it's not cooked well, it will spoil the soup. And so, meaning that you have to cook the Dawadawa separate from the okra, and then the dry fish
First, and then add it to the okra.
Right? Yeah. So separately, not together. So make sure it's cooked before you add it to cook with your okra.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This Dawadawa has a strong smell. Just in case you go buy it and you don't know how. I mean, you are kind of not fan of the smell. It has a strong smell, but it makes the Diehuo soup or the okra soup very tasty. It gives it also a flavor. Just in case you were not aware of that. So this is the Dawadawa being washed. How many times do you have to wash it now?
3 times.
3 times. Okay. you're gonna cook the dawadawa and the amane together.
If you have shrimps, dry shrimps, fabika ho.
Okay.
Bibi abeme nkruma no so aye fine.
This one is the dawadawa and the dry fish. Amane and the dawadawa. And see, also if you have dry shrimps, you can add it to it too. Anything that will make your nkruma taste good. And see, so dry shrimp, obeti me di biaka ho. And see, when any dawadawa ne amane na yen one is say ye. This is dawadawa ne amane ne, and you see how the amane is sawa. But just so how a dawadawa they say on the way I. It smells actually. The smell also had changed. It smells pleasant. It smells put together with amaneno. It smells really good. It smells like you about to eat Diehuo, if that makes sense. That's what I'm smelling right now. And you see, it was really dark. But I say, I changed it from dark, and I said black into brown. And it looks it's softer. And I remember when my mom screwed Diehuo, I need chewing. You can chew it too because it's gonna be in the okra. And it's amazing. My education about dawadawa nene, anyhow to make sure so we're doing the best stay longer.
So one person nkruma nkwan no e best say ya. Ubebo modern say ubenwa dawadawa amane se wa no. Wo omo nkwa na de kakra aka ho. Na wanwa e bi kra de momone kakra tum.
Okay.
Superku anase momone peche yi bi ade kakra bi atum. No wanu ama na ben wo di nsuo begum. Anwa ama na ben ansana wo di nkruma no asi so ahwe agum.
Okay.
E di anwa nkruma no. So wo di kan no nkruma no first na wo di wo esisu na de dawadawa ne mane ne ade ne guma. Enche fi se we no ya no ama na amben dawadawa no.
Okay.
Ene enam no ma ama ne nketo ne ne keka ho. Wa no ama na amben ansa na wo di be fra nkruma no.
Okay.
Enti ebe ma no asei.
Okay.
Enti wo bebo mode se wo be noa dawadawa no ne amane no ene bibia ama na ben fine wo hu sa ben na wo di aka wo nkruma no ho nkruma nche ben na wo di asiso. Ti wo di siso a wi a na nkruma no aka be 10 minutes amana ben no na se wo ayoyo no a na wo di ayoyo no so agunu because esese nkruma no so etimi green fine.
Okay.
Wo di ayoyo no guma ni kwa se wo ma ni siso the green no e bete akọ.
And my team person mo say e na won se dawadawa na bene.
Wo di esi jaso no. Se onua enkwan a enkwan no to bo asema ne ben.
Right.
Enti wo be no dawadawa no ne amane no amana ben kakra fine.
It is a me show man am hu sa bene ana.
Oh, wo be hu no.
Okay.
Wo di
color na change.
Mu se wo tumu se color no kra asesa.
Yeah.
Enti wo no kakra se na fe wo di asa aka nkruma no ho.
Anwa.
Asa anwa.
Okay.
Enti me de be ka ho.
Okay. So with this part of okra, how much baking soda will you use, ma?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. Okay. All right. Okay. So for you to get it more slimy is the reason why we're using baking soda.
Enti me de nkruma no si so.
Okay.
Na me de dawadawa no aka ho.
Nti sana wa ben won nkruma no meboa.
Nkruma no so me de esija so sesi a. Si sanse dawadawa no abinti no me de ka ho.
Anwa.
Asa anwa.
Okay.
Si se nkruma no enche ben. Ebe bin sesi a. Si ubehu se nkruma no aye fine. So won se de nkruma no ten. Won se dawadawa no me de aka ho.
It looks really good and it smells good. Yeah.
I said, almost say, and also, oh, yeah, no, quite dear, there was a money, fine.
Okay. Now, my didn't I will use spoon, a wooden spoon.
If you say wooden spoon, yeah.
Okay. no so no ema wo nkruma ne true ema nkruma ne so true stay slimy
silver atre enu nkruma mu a etimete trotro no
there we go
enti wo di dua enu mu a eye na dua nso so kra wo benya wo ye stew bia enyusu silver spoon yusu dua
right, because there's no chemical, and this is like I would say nature, because back in the days, any spoon it's much healthier to be in the kitchen. Therefore, you can see say guso and I'm being ma where goats
and goat no abrechire nam ene yemade na yaka abomu
okay
enam bia ubetimi de aye chicken kura ubetimi de aye
okay
ubetimi de akukọ nam aye no ano ama flavor no aye fine
okay
na ha sa we na sa bed enam bia ye nam ubetimi de aye ne opese odi akukọ we ubetimi de adwene kura aka ho am de egu nkruma no mannoa said betumi de aka Dawadawa no ho anu adwene as a dry fish no money adi open bia
okay
betumi de eguma no ama na bin na fe wo de aka nkuruma no ho
okay
na wa no nti wo sa nkuruma no ma obi a wotimi nya nam so free ho
that's true
the many papa na wo de meat ni bia aka no ho
okay
ti se no ye wo abrechire nam wa ha na cow foot so wa ha
cow feet guys
and so wa hanum enti ye twense ni nyina bebe enti nkruma no bebe a when ye fe na ayoyo no ye kromu Ghana ye kromu ayoyo no eni
already blended. It was bought store bought and was blended, so she doesn't need to blend it, but usually so tona you blend it and then leaves you have to blend it, right? Ma I say blend man you pure.
Not too much.
Not too pure.
So the one more way.
Wait, and pure. We consider this as pure. Okay. Eh, no, so true. Okay, so Ayoyo is also slimy. You can find it in the African store. Spanish stores also have it. Okay, so this we use 2 bags.
Because of the okra.
The okra. I say the same amount as the okra. Okay. So when you be open kruma, obetime you so ayoyo we nkwa, just as we cooking the nkruma no to add it to your stew. And if you don't want your okra to be slimy, then go ahead and not add the baking soda. You don't have to add the baking soda. There's so many names for ayoyo, but this is the one we got. You can just use this name.
Next time we say okay.
And because we know my blending it that amount, blend it. So that's the good thing about it too. My Osofomaame is using seasoning cube, and this is like half of a tablespoon of seasoning cube for the okra. 1/5 salt and gumu, and this is gonna
be the salt to be coming.
Okay. Or the salt to give it a little seasoning flavor. Open one how I've been amount, right? How I open it.
Yeah. And this one pen a picture.
Me too. I don't like any picture. Maybe
can only be a say I've been.
For update, Osofomaame is Osofomaame a day kahune cow feet, because a champion with the goats, and she said, "Oh, beya now, say, unam ne beyemra, and kebeya, no cow feet, and then will together, because I don't know a bennet a champion. And I said, a beya goes no any emery too much." And see, that's the update. So look at how slimy the okra is.
See?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Very beautiful. That's off my Okay. Into a new normal, right? Okay. And so if ube you should season beer is for your taste. And it's also and training, so I'll bet me the kakra count for your taste. Just for your seasoning of your meats and everything else. We're not trying to give you measurement on the salt. because so na only men enchine dodo and I say enchine how amount I open over journey. It is to your taste enchine for say. Indini bebre. Yeah. Wow, this looks so good. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my goodness.
Say, oh young kumana person who say abia. What did you know? My bone say moya ha.
Oh, okay.
Bone say kumanu moya ha. That's also say mbin. I bone say moya do did you know crass so ed. Where my low jano cra.
Okay.
Low jan, yes, on says store air to. It's been pesa to Betty.
Into
when I want more when you are my house, a bit too.
They say no catastrophe.
There be no catastrophe. In a minimum before Sabia, a bed buffer.
They say now Ben one how many minutes?
Minutes in the
on measure and on so minute.
And so
yeah, into why wouldn't him how what can the color no quite changing thing can tell. Yeah, but I would say probably like 20 to 30 minutes on high. Yeah,
1 hour be 45 minutes. You know, Ayoyo no so good.
Wow, look at how slimy that looks.
The green, nothing.
Oh, to win an ma Diehuo any
green and fine.
Got it. Okay, and ma we more this good change. But all the
I would have frank man of a bit so the walk or ton or to me, yeah, Ayoyo no, some coin chain, a beam pet.
Okay.
Binum Ayoyo.
Okay, okay, no,
or to me, yeah, no thing chain.
And maybe I can say now I 20 minutes. I'm and Kumana bring idea you.
Aye, not still not. Amane green. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Ghana DI leaves minty, but I don't know. A pre-cooked when you buy or try or one kakra that. And see what it can weigh in 20 minutes. Now and increment in happening. It looks really good. It looks like Diehuo Kuma. Wow.
I said in Kumana say green.
Oh, wow.
I come up.
Ayoyo. It feels good?
Yeah. It's too good brown.
All right, so it's done. The okra, Ayoyo, okra, amane, all done. And Dawadawa, done. And Timad into now you when you palm oil right now. Now you see.
You are on pet palm oil.
Okay.
No, you also our pet into bet me do yabasi. We are still no yabe now the palm oil kakra eguso.
Okay.
I just say who near metron.
Let's move on to the stew using ginger, garlic, onion, pepper, and tomatoes. Go ahead and blend the 2 big onions and 10 fresh tomatoes.
Okay, tomatoes, onions, garlic, ginger, pepper, and yeah, all of it. We blended it together and we are cooking the stew now. This is the base, the stew base. Yeah. So we use oil, regular oil. Fresh tomatoes is what we also used. And she also is gonna add paste tomatoes to it. Ooh. So Osofomaame decided to put sauce tomato. Yes. So this is paste tomatoes. This is the size, the 18 ounces, and the other one was the 15. Because we're making a lot of Diehuo. So this is optional. You can use fresh tomatoes only, or you can use sauce and paste only. However, you are allowed to add all of them together depending on how much you're making and your preference. So we didn't fry the meat because it's just too much work. Too much work, and also it's oily. You don't want to do too much oil. So we made sure it's cooked. We added it to the stew. It looks really good, so you know it's gonna taste good. The cow feet and the kahuro. I think, yeah. Cowskin. There we go. Keep on saying it. It looks really good, like even in the I did actually. What's that? Wow, this still looks really good. So I know, and you know, since it's coming from Auntie Osofomaame Grace kitchen, it's gonna taste good. It's looking really good. Look at that. Can eat it with rice, right, Mom? So you see, she's going ahead and putting the broth in because she tasted it and it's fine. It's not too.
Yeah, ma still no pinam. There was all the numbers, you know. Still near pinam.
Today, Osofomaame Grace has 2 assistants, so you know we came to help. Yeah, we definitely here. We eat it. Added our mackerel fish, which we cooked on the side with seasoning cube and garlic, akakadro, on the side, and then after it was done, we added it to the stew, and as you can see. So we also added, you can also go ahead, route for the fish, you can add it to the stew, that's your preference.
Okay, let's move on to the Tuo Zaafi or Diehuo.
When see a corn flour,
They say a Diehuo,
and you didn't show us the 20 year man makes way. I can't say the ye cocoa. Ha. Intimidating show goon.
in so you know,
So you know.
okay.
My wash and sadada.
Mix your corn flour with cold water, just as making cocoa or porridge, and also make sure you are cooking water, like a boiling water, for your corn flour.
Okay, so this is the cassava flour or powder. The dry cassava powder or flour. Your friend Kokote. So my mom sieves hers because she likes to do that. You don't have to do that, but she does that so she. Let me see that. This is the reason why she tried to get it fine, so to get rid of that. Yeah. So I'm gonna touch it so you can look. Just as like flour. So let's just say may count. How many the NS man does no container is a dozen chain a Bruno. Okay.
So a bishop pen is a Bruno, you're more thin container.
Okay. Okay. Did you open it beer?
Then you open it beer. I am with you. But contain the money is soft.
Okay.
See me the a molino goon.
It's where you hot water, woman, a group. Okay. Two can is so cocoa. Okay. More.
I say I can.
Okay.
When you move to Kakra, be na be brain.
Yeah.
Bibi shema menim. Okay. O say bitimi sivu so na me hu say hwe nim.
So you be sivu contain so. Okay. Bye. Obi mpese obeya ay okay.
First one said they will be as
anyone to sivu to just make sure say amwa bi ani.
I yet take it do.
Okay.
She said messa be asi ho and one am messa dey agu. I was send it to me. I didn't show Kakra a one. Na messa did so she ni be kan ho men no in case emergency.
Okay. And she's gonna cook hot water and put it on the side just in case. boiled hot water. Boiled water. Yeah. Yeah. And now look at the corn for the Diehuo.
What's that Aben? Come on. Me pekra me sabi.
My so many brands and how did you?
Yeah.
Me ka say.
I was talking man being kakra say ebro. Ebi so man bi o. We should do na fagum wan yan tem. Proshie.
So you're in 10, yes, I baba kwana. To wear continue, now we corner your next year, the continue in good. And you say, continue, don't chair the corner. Oh, yeah. And also, you don't have to do as much as we are doing. So you'll be out here, 1 or 2 people be here. So we decrease your amount.
Obi am fan bo emra mesa lie. Osofomaame Grace ne Diehuo na ye ready.
Are you ready?
And obi am fan bo emra.
Yes.
We not so team ma jabem.
Okay.
On say ya kama.
Wow. You can still hear the like the boiling kind of temperature. Okay, so you see now she's gonna add more. My hand has blocked. Adding hot water, boiled water. So after everything is mixed, okay, so but you want to do that
And bing.
so no basically just be sense and say no.
Oh, so we jina what say they will come benku.
Okay. It's in the process of benkuna. Look at Diehuo. Wow. This doesn't look too soft and too hard. It's right.
Too soft.
Can you chew back on the face? And then also I need them to say dokono. To say abeti. And when the test it is abeti and I say a less Diehuo.
Say bro.
Like I said, like in the din no, I be remember chain abeti. Okay. So listen, family. So we almost done. This is the Diehuo, and then Otu Diehuo have a junkruma, and then you go for your stew. And look at that. This is perfect Diehuo to eat on a Sunday. Usually Sunday after church. This is done. This Diehuo. So I guess if Opa say yeah, remember pa, wait me the sugar. And so share. So Opa say yeah, then so you know how to do. So you are doing it just as making benku.
Family, so Osofomaame is known for cooking large food or quantity of food so everyone can take some home. Therefore, if you are 1 or 2 person, then you have to either decrease the amount that we are cooking or the measurement or the things that might not be your preference. Also, you can go ahead and use any seasons or change the seasons that we have given you and you still have delicious food. At this time, your Tuo Zaafi or your Diehuo should be done. And just looking at Osofomaame Grace Diehuo, it's just, oh my goodness. This lady never disappoints when it comes to her cooking. She cooks with heart and she cooks with passion and she takes her time making everything taste so delicious. This lady is very brave. You know, I do not like eating on a video, but mother's love and supporting her daughter. Also, since she's going on retirement, I am trying to get all her cooking secret out for all of us so we don't miss it too much.
The sliminess.
See? Second Kumana see Sanso. I'm from Prihana. girl, this is you. My goodness.
I'm sure you're gonna miss this one after July. Oh, you made me do you hear yes of my mood? I am so yeah, man, lose over there.
Anyone that knows Osofomaame Grace knows that she is a great cooker. And anything that she cooks in her kitchen is amazing. So family, I am so glad to show or to share my mom with you today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe. Bye.